This is so good, you guys. I think I could eat the whole bowl. All right.
Morning, everyone. This is Jan from orJANics 50nRaw. And I went out to the garden to get a cucumber for Caden. And believe it or not, he likes to eat cucumbers for breakfast. And look what I found. Is this hilarious or what? This is not a zucchini. This is a cucumber. Okay, either I have soil that is like extremely incredible, or I don't know. I don't know how I grew this, but I just think it's so funny. Even this one. So I picked these two cucumbers. I was laughing and laughing. And then these are supposed to be pickling cucumbers. You know, they're supposed to be like this big. So we got a lot of rain the other night and a lot of lightning. So I think it just kind of made my cucumbers go on steroids or something. So we're gonna eat these right now, and hopefully all the other things I planted in my garden will grow like this. So bye. Hey, this make a good club, Caden.
Nice and sweet, right, Caden? I thought maybe it might be bitter because it's so big, but nope, it's very sweet.
And it's not very chewy.
And then we can even, yeah, even the skin is nice and tender, right?
Hello everyone, this is Jan from orJANics 50nRaw, and I want to show you a salad that I am making that I ate yesterday and just really couldn't get enough of. When Javi and I first got married, we used to go to a restaurant in McAllen called Maria Bonita's. And they had a salad that was, to me, out of this world. It had cucumbers, sliced onions, sweet onions. It had avocado and then some lettuce on it. But what really made it awesome was they used a mustard dressing, and the mustard dressing was so good. And I've never been able to find anything that compared. The restaurant changed names. But yesterday I was doing some research and I found a mustard vinaigrette, and basically it's a classic French vinaigrette. I have wild children in the next room. Let me tell them to calm down. Sorry, they're playing Twister. Okay, so I want to show you guys how to make this salad. First of all, in here I have some romaine lettuce chopped up. I have one of the cucumbers from my garden, one of those mammoth cucumbers that I showed you. And I have a delicious sweet onion. Like, this onion is so sweet that you could just eat it like an apple, literally. That's all that's in here. And I'm going to put on it after I serve it, I'm gonna just put on some avocado and some tomato slices. And these, they look kind of shriveled because I purchased some organic tomatoes, and I'm dehydrating them in my dehydrator so I can have sun-dried tomatoes. And then here, you can see what I have here. I guess these are pickle chips. I made some fermented pickles a few months ago, and they're kind of soft, so nobody's eating them. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna dehydrate them. And they're pickle chips, and they're good, or you can put them on a salad or whatever. So anyway, okay. So these are all the ingredients, and I will write the recipe below. If you like mustard like I do, you're gonna really love this recipe. Let me get the mustard. It's the one I forgot. There's 3 bottles of mustard in my fridge. And this one. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start off with 1/4 cup of mustard. And I have organic yellow mustard here. So I'm just gonna measure it into a bowl, and you don't need the blender to make this recipe. You're just gonna whisk it together, and it's gonna be so delicious. Okay, well that's a heaping cup, a heaping 1/4 cup. Okay, so that's in there. Next is going to be 1/4 cup of vinegar. And vinegar does matter, the type of vinegar. Yesterday I used the coconut vinegar, the raw coconut vinegar, and it was a little bit overpowering for me. So today I'm going to use the white wine vinegar is what I'm going to use. The flavor will be, I think, a little bit more mild for it. Okay, have that in there. Some honey. If you're opposed to using honey, then use whatever sweetener you like. And I'm going to just put in just a teaspoon of honey. Not too much, or you're going to have honey mustard. I just want to add a little bit of sweetness to it. Some shallots, and I don't have fresh shallots, but I do have these dehydrated ones. So I'm going to add like a teaspoon of shallots to it. And I am going to add some garlic and just a little tiny bit of garlic because I really don't want it to be really overpowered with garlic. Just, I think it was probably half a teaspoon of minced garlic. So some salt. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt and then adjust as I need to. And this is pink Himalayan salt, of course. And ooh, lots and lots of crushed black pepper. I mean, I could stand here for 5 minutes crushing black pepper, but I won't. I'll do it later after the video. So as much black pepper as you want. Now you're going to whisk all this together. Doesn't that look so delicious? So I've been trying to make more of my own salad dressings. You know, the salad dressing issue for me is that I feel guilty making a salad dressing with oil which is what I'm going to do. Because, you know, all the raw fooders that I see, Tanny Raw, she makes her salad dressings just with vegetables and fruits, and they just don't look very good to me. And so I avoid making a dressing like that, and I avoid making a vinaigrette because it has olive oil in it. So then what am I doing? I'm eating the dressings from the store, which are worse. So the other day I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with some vinaigrettes while I transition, and maybe someday that dressings that Tanny Raw makes will look good to me, will taste good to me, but for now they just don't. So if they do to you, great, great, great. So I'm gonna add half a cup of olive oil. Now the recipe calls for a cup, so you could add a cup of olive oil. I'm gonna just add half a cup of olive oil and half a cup of water. So I'm gonna, you know, drizzle this in as I'm whisking. And I'm going to get my half a cup of water. So that way it isn't using as much fat as it normally would. I don't have to feel that guilty about it. And I have downloaded a lot of dressings, a lot of vinaigrette dressings that I'm going to be making in the next few days. A tomato vinaigrette, that's why I'm dehydrating the tomatoes, and a raspberry vinaigrette. And I like vinaigrettes, and you know, I might as well just not fight it. I might as well just go with it instead of drinking those, eating those dressings from the store. It's good, but I think it needs a little bit more honey to me. So I'm gonna put in another teaspoon of honey. And it needs more black pepper. So, like any dressing that you make it according to your taste buds and see what, you know, you work with it until you have the flavor that you want. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah. I actually think it needs even a little bit more honey. Just because it's really tangy. And I want to cut the acidity. You need to cut the acid with the sweet. So this is mixing up. Now, I'm really hungry, but I don't know if I can eat that whole bowl today. Probably not. The honey also acts as an emulsifier because, you know, water and oil don't mix, but honey does help mix them together. Okay. So, I'm gonna serve my salad. I like to get lots of those onions and lots of those cucumbers. Yum, yum. I'm gonna take my digestive enzymes before I eat this because onions and myself don't do good together, do they, Hobby? I become very stinky after I eat onions. Okay, you see that. And then I'm gonna chop up this tomato. Not using the appropriate knife, but it will work. And the tomatoes are actually warm from the dehydrator. They're not dehydrated yet, but I still have a tray in there. They look delicious. I want to eat one. They're very good. I'm growing some in my garden, so I've never been able to grow tomatoes before, but I hope they grow like my cucumbers did. So I'm just slicing up the avocado in there. And then I'm just gonna lay it here on top. Little slices like that. I'm actually going to pour my dressing in this Pampered Chef dressing maker, or whatever it's called. So I can store it in the fridge in here. And I like this because, first of all, it's got a big opening that if you turn it, will allow a lot of sauce to come out or a little bit. And I like to just have a little bit. And it has this thing you lift up and down so you can stir it. So that's pretty awesome. And then there we go. I'm gonna drizzle my dressing on it. And I don't want to skimp on the dressing. And I really don't need to because really there's only a quarter of a cup in the whole thing. So lots and lots of pepper. Look at that. And then I'm going to even put a few of my little pickle chips on here, which actually are full of probiotic. They were fermented, so look at that. Doesn't that look good, you guys? To me it does. So yeah, if you like mustard, give this recipe a try. I have enough salad dressing in here to last a couple days, yay. So, and that's what I'm gonna do. I have downloaded a whole bunch of recipes: tangy Greek dressing, sweet Asian, raspberry vinaigrette, sun-dried tomato. So as I make these, and if I like them, I will share them with you guys. Bye.